What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Backliners podcast. Aggro and BaRRaCCuDDa, as per usual, on a special edition Monday episode of the Backliners. Monday. And if you guys ever doubted for 1 second that I didn't care about you or care about the podcast or anything like that, let me be clear. My PS5 got here today, and I picked it up. I got it like an hour ago. I got my hands on it. I haven't even gotten a chance to play a full game. And yet I'm here. So I think if there were any doubts about my commitment to the podcast, and Bear is doubting my commitment to the podcast all the time, guys. He's always messaging him about me. It really dampens my
literally
mood.
nonstop. I just don't feel like he wants to be here. So.
Yep, all the time. He goes, do you even want to do podcasts this week? He sends that to me multiple times a day. You'd think after once a day he would stop asking, but he doesn't.
Nope, I don't.
But this is the proof's in the pudding, okay? And here I am. A big week of SPL, and here's the bad news. I didn't watch any of it. I was at the beach for a friend's birthday, a much needed unplug and unwind. Barry, it seems like things got a little wacky while I was gone. All of a sudden, obviously junglers are back, but let's start with some picks, because I did see some picks and bans screenshots on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Is Ullr really that good?
Honestly, I feel like he's not.
Well,
I feel
Barry, you and your Ullr history is maybe a bit...
Well, my Ullr history was very good until they changed the axe, and I stopped playing that character.
Sure.
Dude, for real, change the axe back, man.
No.
What?
No.
It was such a cool ability. It felt so good.
For you, yeah?
Yeah, it felt great. It felt... I don't know. Yeah, I like that. I like the old axe, but new axe sucks. But yeah, I don't feel like he's that oppressive. I think it was season 6 or season 7. It was whatever season Vote played Ryzen, and he got jumped on. Was that season 6? It was an Ullr meta, and Ullr was like,
yeah,
I'm gonna jump on you and literally one-shot you at level 4.
I think it was I think that was season 7. Because I remember, the thing I remember the most about that Raijin game, which was obviously horrendous, is the legendary clip, because Finch's mic was still live, and he goes,
oh yeah,
oh, is he gonna die again? That's embarrassing. Which is one of the best live mic moments across any broadcast ever, as far as I'm concerned. And I think that he would only have had a hot mic if he were working from home. I don't understand how his mic would have been hot otherwise. So that makes me think it was 7. There's my logic.
Wait, was Ionic playing last year?
Yeah, he played at the beginning of last year.
Did he have an Athena
was that season
game?
6?
I thought it was season 6.
This is a really good podcast topic. It was season 6 that Ionic... Well, content, because I'm just... Neither of us can remember, and my brain doesn't work because I drove a lot today.
Oh, you came back today?
Yeah, I came back today.
Oh, that's awful.
I came back today to a PS5, and here I am. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
That's awful. Well, like driving back and then having to do something. I'm exhausted after long drives, especially coming back from something.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was only like 6 hours, but, you know.
Oh, that's not...
That's
like right on the verge of I'm going to be tired.
It's not how long I wanted to be in the car, but it was certainly worth it. Yeah, I think that Ionic was if you're talking about E United, he was on E United beginning of season 6. That was season 6.
I want to say he was Athena, and they were laning against Cyclone and Aurora, and they were Ullr Bacchus, I want to say, and they just killed Ionic and Snoopy like over and over and over again, and it does not feel like that oppressive of a meta.
Okay, that was season 6.
Because I don't feel like I don't feel like Ullr has the room to just jump on me literally whenever he wants anymore.
Sure.
Don't know if it's the support starter items or just the starter items in general, but I feel like I'm not getting one shot. Definitely late. I think he's actually better late game than he is early game right now. Because his build, I mean, they buffed literally all the penetration items. So if you're a carry late game getting hit by the 3, you're taking way more damage than you want to be taking.
Hmm.
So I think it's actually better late game. I think it just depends on the front line you're facing, the assassin you're facing. But for laning phase, he does not feel like suffocating at all.
What is the build that he's going and these other ability hunters are going?
So currently there's a Bombas meta in ADC, and I'm not sure if it's like the best, but it feels pretty good, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
But Bumba Spear and Hammer feel very good on ADCs, and a lot of older players are rushing their penetration first, or going Bumbas into like Jotuns or Crusher, and then they're going Trans, and then just Flat Pin and Heartseeker and Titans after that. Kind of, kind of in like any order. It's just like whatever you need the order to be, basically.
Mm.
But if you're buying Maces and if you're buying Heartseeker and Titans, you're doing it right.
So you're not feeling super low attack speed with that build?
You are, but you're positioning much more like a mage than an ADC. Like you're playing for like over the wall damage or like poking with your one, then you're trying to get instantly out of the fight.
Mm.
Kind of like positioning like an AMC, like you're not trying to constantly be in the fight trading autos. You're just trying to poke and get in and out.
Yeah, doesn't that severely hurt your objective slash like
That's
fire slash tower problems?
that's what the Bumba Spear's for.
Ah, that's what the Bumba Spear is for. Okay.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. And I copied Vote's build. Yeah, I saw him play Hachi. It's like during scrims. I was like, oh, I wonder what's happening in SPL. And he was playing Hachi. He went Bumbas into Crusher, into Aussie, into Wind Demon, into Dom, and then he would go like a situational 6 item. And
Mm.
that build feels so good. Like you
So
have
you even
30.
start with Bumbas. I thought you were just skipping it
Yeah.
entirely and then
Uh-huh.
building it late. So you actually level 1, leave base, Bumbas, trans 1?
Yep.
Interesting.
Or it's Trans one or Mace one or whatever that's called.
Sure. It's just called Mace.
Oh, that makes it easy.
Yeah, it sure does. And that's better than Trans 2. How much power are you getting from
Tra-
Bumbas? It's like 15.
It's somewhere around there. Oh, well, I think it's 15. I don't know. Maybe it's 10.
The two things
Either
I just
way.
said. In order
Yeah. Well, I was like, I remember it being bugged, and I want to say maybe it was bugged for 15, and then it gives 10 now.
Okay, yeah. Blitzkov
But
is in the chat saying 10 for physical.
scrimming last week, Monday scrims were messed up. Tuesday scrims were messed up because they couldn't get like the numbers right on the on Bumbas, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So well, I think it was by like Wednesday or Thursday we finally had the numbers right on all the items, so we had like actual effective scrims. Um, yeah, it feels pretty good. Awkwardly enough, it like you kill Alpha and any jungle like so fast.
Yeah, I was going to say, I guess that because if Trans 2 is the same power, which it would be if it were 10,
Mm-hmm.
and Trans 2 has mana sustain, and you've already sunk that gold into Trans 2, so your Transcendence is cheaper, the only way it's better to go Bumbas early is if it really matters for your jungle clear.
I don't know why, but rushing Trans 2 did not feel good.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really know. It was like I don't know if it was kind of feeling forced to stay out initially for that much gold or what it was, but it just did not feel great.
Interesting.
I haven't tried it too much, but when I did try it, it did not feel great for some reason.
How are junglers? Did they dominate?
Uh, okay, so you take way more damage than you think you're gonna take, and you have to pay so much attention when they're finishing their flat pin items.
Mm.
Because today, a Fender finished 2 flat pin items, and his brutalized did 700 to me, or was going to do 700 to me.
Yeah, that sounds
At
right.
like level 7 or 9 or something. It was like pretty early game, and
Yeah.
I checked the damage, and I was like, oh, that that's actually like 3/4 of my health. That seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, And then a Ravana dunk can hit you for like 900, then you can get one tapped off of the punch or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, they're pretty good right now, I think.
Okay.
And if you're playing ranked and your assassin is fed, you most likely just lose.
That sounds like ranked forever.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's crazy how bad jungle has been though.
Right,
That they
so
just
bad.
couldn't influence the map until
Yeah, had
now.
no chance. Right, had no chance to do so. How about laner XP versus jungler XP? Was that a little bit more normalized over the weekend?
Yeah, I think mid lane actually got way weaker
Hmm.
in this patch. They don't feel as kind of like god mode running around the map to each side, and they just seem weaker now.
Like the worst, or
Maybe
what?
not the worst, but I think just because I would just say normalized now. They don't seem like the super like OP role.
Right.
I would
Okay.
say
So,
like
chat. Here's the deal. If Bear is telling me that it's normalized and that they're not super OP role and it's normal,
mhm.
that tells me that mages suck and that mid sucks, because that's just what I'm reading into here.
Mhm.
Hunters have always said that mages are so OP because they do so much
Uh-huh.
damage. And if Bear is telling me that they're balanced, that means they're probably doing no damage and that they are really far behind.
Well, it does feel like whenever the mage goes on me, if I have my flat pin or my trance finished, they kind of get one tapped.
Mm. Mm.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, our
Mm.
scrims last week were so bad. I think we had the meta completely off, and we like had to adjust, unfortunately. But we were drafting one way and playing another way, and then we came to SPL. Well, we kind of played really bad in SPL Against Dragons, but
Mm.
we thought the meta. Yeah, well, yeah. You know, can't say too much about it, but we just
Sure.
had a very wrong read on the meta.
Sure. Fair enough. Any other meta things to talk about, like kind of wholesale, before we move on to specifics of this week's games?
Um, Not really. I think no one really knows what to build or play in ADC right now, which is kind of exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Mid laners kind of stay the same, like God-wise, and I don't know if their builds changed.
Did we see
Obviously,
hunters
like
in mid?
we tried it, but we did not execute it well at all.
Mm.
I do think they are good, obviously, because we did play in SPL, but you have to execute it very well, and sometimes, it just don't go that good. So, yeah, you know,
Can I get that on a
sometimes.
soundboard? Sometimes it don't go that good. It sounded like I didn't leave
Sometimes,
Florida. That's where I was over the weekend. That was some Florida stuff right there.
sometimes just get got, brother. All right, that's enough. I can move on from that.
I sure do be knowing though. That's for sure. Barra, I do. Oh, one more question about meta. Do you ever feel like you're
Okay.
being followed around the internet, or maybe the advertisers know a little bit too much about you?
Oh, yeah. I definitely feel like I get followed around by the meta.
Yeah,
And
exactly. Yeah, the meta.
yeah,
Right, for
it's
sure.
chasing me. These assassins, they're everywhere.
Okay, well, I don't know how IP Vanish is going to help you against assassins blinking into your lane at level 3 at 3 minutes into the game with a fully completed Jotuns, but I know they can help you with your internet safety. IP Vanish is a big supporter of the podcast, guys, and this is a huge way to help support us, is to go to ipvanish.com/back, and it's not like you're getting nothing out of the deal, okay? It's not like I'm asking you to go and do it, and you're going to go over there and do it, and you're going to pay full price, and you're going to be like, all right, Aggro, what did I get for this? No. Here's the thing, young viewer. You're going to get 65% off IP Vanish, which is a great VPN. So you go to ipvanish.com/back to claim your 65% savings. Their annual plan is just $44.99 for the first year with our exclusive discount. This is the time to sign up. With our discount and their current promotion, you can get a VPN for 65% off their usual offering. IP Vanish is the best of the best, even rated 4.7 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot, and that's with more than 6,000 reviews. Remember, it's ipvanish.com/back to get the deal and start protecting yourself online. Again, I can't promise that'll help you with your junglers. But I'm also not willing to rule it out. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
Well done.
I'm not willing to rule it out. Thank you, Barry. All right. Let's go. Why don't you go down the list? I'm giving up the reins here, Barry. I've got no idea what happened this weekend. I don't know what to bring up.
Usual.
I don't know. I don't know what was interesting. I'm just going to let you go day by day and tell me anything that was interesting. Go ahead and fill me in here.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch the games right now because it's
Barry,
Monday
that's a very inefficient way to do it.
Well,
there's a lot of games.
The game before Friday. I remember. Okay, so we started off Scarabs Kings on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Scarabs are looking very good. Ever since I think it was the Leviathan set in studio, maybe the set before that. I think Scarabs have looked very good. And I think they have, in my opinion, earned themselves the spot into like the upper area of teams right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like they look very good. I think Bobby is playing, not to sound like a caster, but I think Bobby is literally playing his best Smite ever.
Okay.
He has looked very good, which, in my opinion, before that's where they've struggled is Bobby getting picked in like the early mid stages or like overextending and not playing his hand right, basically. And he has looked very good. The set versus Kings did go all 3 games, but I think they got stomped in game 3, I want to say.
Let's look.
Actually looks pretty close.
At the schedules. 36 minutes, 15 to 13 in kills. I mean, 18k gold for the Kings, but who knows? They could.
I don't remember when they threw. I was watching this set, or maybe I was warming up during the set, actually. Yeah, I was at the studio waiting. But then we played Dragons after this set, and we played awful. We played so bad. Like I said earlier, I think our read on the meta was way off. And we also played really poorly. We just did not pressure correctly on the map, which was kind of frustrating because we drafted like full pressure and we just did not play the map well at all. I think game 1, PCAT sat under his tower for like 4 minutes, and he just sat there, like, and we were not able to pressure like duo side for some reason. And then game 2, we tried to do the same thing and it didn't work, and we just weren't playing as a team well. And yeah, it was just a kind of a bad day of Smite for us, I think. Unfortunately, because it's like a kind of important set, against Dragons, but I mean, those days happen, and I think with that big of a meta shift, you're going to read it wrong sometimes.
Sure.
And then on Saturday, we played Valks, and that set went about as you would expect.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Valks did not have a good day and kind of just looked, like they were 5 players on very high ping, unfortunately.
Right.
And we kind of just stomped him, and then we started trolling a bit, and then we won. Yeah, there's really not much to talk about that set. Like, it was just like, yeah.
That's how it be.
And then after that, it was Kings Titans. Wait, is this the right day? Wait, is
I
this
think
Sunday?
You skipped a whole day. Yeah, that's Sunday.
Okay, back. Oh no. I got to mix up in the bots. Okay, well, I'll go over Sunday.
Okay.
Kings upset Titans again. Kings broke another win streak and stopped Titans.
Jeez. They just have. You best not be win streaking playing the Kings, I guess, is the real thing.
Yeah, I think that game 1 anyways, was very winnable for Titans, and then Kings just had, at 20 minutes, Titans are up 6k with the set ADC.
And a Hell
and
mid.
Hell, Erlong, Ardio, like the full pressure, smork, run you over team comp. And especially with the set ADC, but I think they kind of let Spinner on an island too much, and Genex got way too much off of his rotations over to duo side, and they killed Spinner basically every time they went on him, which in my opinion should not happen. I think they needed to transition their pressure over to duo side a little bit earlier and help out the set. He did have a lead, to be fair,
Mm-hmm.
but I think they need to transition over. But Kings being Kings, they had some of those expertly crafted team fights and ended up winning the game somehow.
Interesting that Aurora goes Ganesh in this game one.
Yeah, I was also confused about that because
Maybe he
they were
likes the
playing.
matchup into Geb.
I don't know. I was confused about that as well. I think other support picks would have been better. As a big Ganesh fan, I think it was the wrong pick there.
Yeah, Ganesh has not looked particularly good ever in SPL. As another Ganesh fan,
Yeah.
it just look if you want to stomp your ranked game.
Okay, the last time it looked good was Jeff Inla.
True, the world's greatest Ganesh alter. Look,
Mm-hmm.
Ganesh really good at carrying ranked. He shuts down if you want to shut down one person, he can do that fairly well over the course of a team fight.
Yep.
You can solo kill carries with your ultimate if you're better than them. It's a good god in ranked. I think I'm now on the train that it's bad and competitive. I think I'm just on that train. I think
It's just so weird because like if you look at the kit, you're like, this god is like one of the perfect support kits, right? Like,
yep.
I can damage boost, I can silence forever, and I have a knockup and a prot shred. But every time you pick him or he's been picked, it's just very lackluster, and I don't really know why.
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know
It,
either. Interestingly,
uh,
as I'm looking at these Kings sets, the
mhm,
thing that's standing out to me is obviously how highly they value Geb. But
mhm.
secondly, Twig's picks are very, very all-in assassin. He goes
Yep.
Susanoo Loki in this set, and what was it in this set against the Scarabs? Let me go back because it stood out to me there as well. He goes Hunbats, which is a typical god for him, then Nemesis, another kind of twig-like god, and then Tsukiyomi, and goes 3-7 in the Tsukiyomi game, but does a lot of damage in their win. So, though, interesting to me that Twig seems to think that the all-in assassin is the way for him to go.
Honestly, I think you can kind of pick anything in the Assassin tab right now outside of, like the Arachnes, the BaRRaCCuDDas, and do good with them.
Sure.
Obviously, you want to care about your jungle 1v1 matchup, as every jungler does, but I think you can't go wrong with, like, the amount of damage that these assassins are able to put out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Um,
interesting to me that they go Geb plus dive assassin
mhm.
right now. That's interesting.
I think
Go ahead.
for the King set, or like for the King's Titan set, I think Titans just kind of trolled a bit. Not like intentionally trolling, obviously, but they just made some very un-Titan mistakes in like the basically all points of the game, especially game two. They double killed duo and then lost another fight, I think like 3-1 duo side
Mm,
after killing like you are not supposed to come back from a double kill in duo. Like
right.
that's the game over on that side of the map. And then they just had some like really weird deaths. And then game two, I think BMT got like a sick quad on Tiamat and basically just won the game.
Yeah.
Also, they did not use their pressure game two nearly as effectively with like the Hell or long round mid. Because
Mm-hmm.
obviously, like that's a disgustingly good 2v2.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really use that pressure that well game two. They didn't really get like a giant lead with it or anything.
Yeah, I'm looking at this comp the Titans have, and I like it a lot more than what the Kings had.
Hmm.
Titans had Kuzenbo, Artio, Houyi, Erlang Shenhel up against Tiamat, Loki, Geb, Izanami, Sobek. Geb supports Sobek solo. Kind of feel like maybe Genetics was just kind of shutting them down with shields, but I feel like the Smork
He
from the
was.
Titans comp is really, really good. And the AoE is good enough with Artio Houyi that maybe shield shouldn't have just been insta-win, but I guess if Genetics is just playing out of his mind, then nothing you can do about that.
And they also kept funneling themselves into Netroid's auto attack, so
Oh, that's
he was
good.
getting
No, that couldn't be it.
way more value than he ever should be with his Izanami auto attacks. Like,
No, no, no. Surely
there's
not.
one time they chased from like above Fire Giant corridor to all the way into Blue Buff corridor into the tier 2, And Netroid literally just drilled autos into like 5 people. Like 20 auto attacks. He just
We love
turned
that
around
for
that
him.
fight. And like I'm like just turn around and go to the objective. Like that just doesn't I don't know. Normally Titans or like the new Titans with layers have been way like better obviously, but
Right.
they're just making like a lot of weird mistakes.
Interesting. All right.
Not taking away from Kings obviously, but Titans were
So,
just looked weird.
Barrett, here's something that's jumping off the page to me. I'm already wrestling control back. I'm sorry. I'm a control
Nice.
freak. You tell me that you think the Scarabs are moving into the upper echelon of the SPL, but I see here they got 2-0'd by the Oni Warriors, who I would not consider in the upper echelon.
Oh, they had a really bad day.
I see.
Against Warriors, I would say.
Let's look at these
Did I
comps.
watch this set?
Ooh, Bastet for Scream, and they lost? Stooler as well, and they lost?
Not the Stooler.
Seems
I like how since the Zooler, you just put a... Was Zooler the first god?
I think it might have been. I think Zooler might have been the first player god combo that got hyped up. Just
That's crazy.
not like hyped up, like obviously Andy Thor, Gar's Thor,
Yeah.
like all that kind of stuff. But like the name combo meta, I think was begun with Zooler. I think that's a fair.
I remember people said BaRRaCCuDDa, but Zooler just sounds so much better.
So much better. Wait a minute, can I set this straight? What?
I don't think I actually... Wait, I didn't watch this set, by the way.
Okay, fair enough. What? You're telling me, which one do you prefer between BaRRaCCuDDa and ChurnaCuDDa?
ChurnaCuDDa.
You're stupid.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I was screaming during the set. This is the set I was telling you that about with that build. Yeah, I was screaming Titans.
Okay. BaRRaCCuDDa sounds so much better.
BaRRaCCuDDa sounds like a disease.
No, it doesn't. How does it sound like a disease?
I've got a case of the BaRRaCCuDDa.
It
like
doesn't sound, it's a nonsense word. It doesn't mean any sense.
Okay,
like,
so why do you like ChurnaCuDDa?
I don't like ChurnaCuDDa. It is so much more. It is so much more work for your mouth to do. It doesn't sound nearly as good to the ear. BaRRaCCuDDa,
you don't like working your mouth?
What?
You don't like working your mouth?
No, I do it way too much. As everyone would agree, I work my mouth way too much.
That's true.
ChurnaCuDDa, it's horrible.
Okay.
It's so much worse. BaRRaCCuDDa is the obvious choice.
No, BaRRaCCuDDa is a disease.
I want you to know, Barra, that I will not respect your wishes on this, and I will continue to say BaRRaCCuDDa on broadcast. I will not use
I just won't play ChurnaCuDDa when you're casting.
All right, great. Now, is Genetics still in the chat? Write that down. You write that one off the pool. You don't got to worry about it anymore. And you know what, Barra? When your team starts losing, this is on you. Okay?
Well, I don't even know if ChurnaCuDDa is good right now. You can kind of play everything, but yeah, I don't know. You might be a little too slow, but it's kind of like the weird Ichable meta, where Ichable just made late game hunters come in like instantly. I feel that way about Trans right now. Like once I finish like Trans or Crusher, I am online. Like I feel so good. So maybe you can play the Bog,
The BaRRaCCuDDa. You didn't say you couldn't. Maybe you could play the Cherno. You didn't say that, did you?
Well, Cherno sounds okay. That's a decent point, but it's not relevant
because it's on my side.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
That's okay.
Okay, glad
I never come back to that.
All right, fair enough. I respect you at least admitting it.
Thank you.
All right, so yeah, this Warrior said, I don't know, maybe Neil being in Georgia, big buff for the Warriors. I hope it is.
True.
Nico went Mannequins Amaterasu, which is interesting.
I do think BaRRaCCuDDa deleted his Twitter after this set. I want to say that's right.
That's tough. You hate to see that.
He said, I want to say he tweeted that he was deleting Twitter until Worlds to focus up, I think.
Do you find that Twitter distracts you as a player personally?
It depends on the tweets, but given the last few years, have just not gotten on Twitter nearly as much as I used to. Like, I used to be very into social media and like my brand and all that stuff, and now I just hate social media.
My
And
brand.
I mean, I like streaming and I like doing like YouTube videos and stuff, but
And podcasts.
and podcasts.
Right.
Like anything on like I don't know. It just feels so much better on Twitch and YouTube, I guess. Like I feel like mentally I'm constantly comparing myself to other content creators on Twitter. And it's like, oh, this isn't getting like as much likes, or I need to keep up with tweeting to exposure for my brand or whatever. Like I tweet about like the important things sometimes, but I'm not gonna just troll Twitter all day like I used to, basically.
Yeah, maybe just be addicted to all of them, like me.
Oh,
Not that might be the play. No,
good.
it's mostly just Twitter for me, and Reddit. I'm on those two all the time.
Oh,
Not the
I'm on
Smite
Reddit a lot.
Yeah, I don't go on the Smite Reddit, the vast majority of the time, but Twitter I'm on all the time.
Yeah, I did the mistake of reading dude. I read the Reddit thread of our dragon set,
Why?
and I
Truthfully,
don't know.
why?
Dude, I don't know why. Like, for some reason, my brain wanted to, so I did, and I was like,
That's
"Wait,
some
I'm getting
masochist.
roasted."
That's some masochist stuff right there.
I didn't even play bad, like in the early game at all. And these guys in the Reddit, they were like, "BaRRa really needs to work on his early game." I'm like, "We sat on his tower for 9 minutes in both games. Like, what else do you want? Like, what? I was so confused. I was like, what set did they just watch?"
Yeah, here's the thing. No pro player has gotten where they are by reading comments from Redditors on the post-game thread. And no commentator has gotten better from listening to any of those comments either.
True.
And for that reason, stop typing them at anyone who may, in the future, type something along those lines.
I was just confused.
Yeah.
Like, it logically didn't make it. How could you watch those early games and then say that? Like,
Because it's not about being correct, BaRRa. It's just about saying something. That's where...
Oh.
Yeah, that's where you're wrong.
Okay, I'm about to get off topic here.
Oh, please do.
But I kind of hate that meta, and I hate this meta of content creation where it's just say something instead of like having an actual good take.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like everyone, especially like, I don't know if it's like TikTok meta or what,
Yeah.
but I hate the current like look at me meta of just like saying something outrageous and trying to get like a reaction.
Yes. That has been a thing in traditional media for a while now. And the problem is I don't think it'll ever go away. And I can give you a very good example of why. Do you remember 14 seconds ago when I said, why did you read that Reddit thread when you knew it would be nothing but bad stuff in it? And you said, yeah, but I did it anyways. That's how all of these people continue to get views and interactions. Because even though we know it's bad for us, and even though we know we're going to hate it, we look anyways. We can't help it.
Is that just the definition of clickbait?
No, it's not even clickbait. It's that we so many of us deep down want to upset ourselves from time to time. There's some aren't brains the worst, dude? I was talking about this on my drive earlier. Brains just don't make any sense. Like, why are they making us do things that we know are going to be bad for our brains?
It's like the curiosity's sake of maybe I read the thread and I'm like so like gassed up after the thread and people like complimented me a lot. Like maybe I was feeling down and I needed like a pick me up, but instead I read it and I was like, these guys are literally idiots.
Yep.
And then I just got angry. So maybe it's like a coin toss, like an exciting coin toss.
Yeah, listen. I can be on my high horse all I want, but if I see a thread in the Smite Reddit that says casters need to do less of this, you know I'm clicking on it, okay? And you know I'm raging about it. I can't not. You know, that's not an option for me. I can't not. So maybe I'm right there with you.
maybe like it's like as a human, we want to feel those emotions, like the heightened like anger or the heightened like happiness. Like we crave that.
Yeah, yeah, it's got to be that. I mean, it's. I think a pessimist or someone like that would probably say that everyone just hates themselves deep down and they want themselves to feel pain. But I don't really think it's that. I think it's just that our brain is very selfish and wants to know all of the information. If anyone is saying anything about you want to know. And I think that's so normal and so natural that it's really, really hard to fight that urge. And so you knew that there was a chance that in that Reddit thread, someone would be talking about you and your play. And your brain goes, yeah, I got to know that one. Like, I got to know. Yep. Even if it's bad, I have to know. And it's out of your hands.
Maybe it was like something like as stupid as like, I know I didn't play like that bad. So because I lost, and it's because I know I didn't play that bad. Like I felt like I played pretty good. Even though I lost, I can still like get a pick me up, and then I get pooped on instead, and that doesn't feel good. Like
BaRRa, have you seen Arrested Development? Have you seen Arrested Development?
I don't think so.
What is the point of this podcast, man? What is the point of it? Why are we here? I've got the best reference of all time. I'm doing it for the rest of chat. BaRRa in this Reddit thread is like Jason Bateman in grabbing the bag out of the fridge that says, "Dead dove, do not open." And then he opens it and he goes, "I don't know what I was expecting." This is you and me and everyone else who does the exact same thing all the time. Dead dove, do not open. And then you're upset when the dove is dead on the inside. That's just us as people.
Yeah. I've rarely opened the Reddit threads as well and been like, man, I'm enlightened, or man, I feel better after reading that. My brain still like wants to click on it. Like I wasn't even on Reddit at the moment. I just wanted to go read the Smite Reddit and read that thread. All
right, BaRRa, you and me right now, okay? Let's make a pact.
Okay.
Let's make a pact. We're not going to say never because obviously neither of us are that strong-willed. How about this? The next time either of us get the urge to open the "This is why casters suck" thread, or "This is why the bolts are bad" post-game thread after a loss, something along those lines, we're going to skip one. We're just going to skip it.
Oh.
We can skip one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Yeah, it's just one.
It's just one. We're going to skip it.
As I'm...
yeah, it's just scratching your head.
It's just one.
I don't need it. Who said I needed it?
Just one.
Not me.
I can skip it easily.
Exactly. Look, we can do one, and I will message you whenever I cash mine in, and I expect you to do the same. And if we fail, that's okay, because we tried our best, buddy, and that's all that matters.
I didn't even read that many. Actually, I don't think I read like any Reddit threads when we were on our win streak.
Weird how that happens, huh?
Wait,
all the ones where you've been getting praised.
Wait, I just realized I want to read them after I lose only.
Oh no, Chad. BaRRa's going through.
Wait, why? Why?
Oh no, Chad. Existential crisis time.
That has to be backwards.
Oh no, that is very backwards, yeah.
I'm so confused.
Not like this, as Bizarre Outlook says. That's tough. I hate to see it.
Why?
All right. Big game that we haven't talked about yet. I want you to tell me what happened to this Jade Dragons Atlantis Leviathan set.
Wait, that was this weekend?
Great. Yes, BaRRa. It was this weekend.
Oh, I think Dragon just got dumpstered.
Well, it went 3.
I also did not watch this set either. Oh, yeah, I didn't watch this set. Okay, so...
Wait, hold on. For people who only listen, I want to give them the context that when I tuned in to see what you were doing beforehand, I saw you in a duel playing Khepri with mannequins and Shaman's Ring. When you could have been, knowing that you had to talk to me about what happened at SPL this week.
I didn't know you didn't watch any games.
You
messaged me at 5 p.m.
You
today.
liar. You liar.
You messaged me at 5 p.m. today.
Right. What time was your mannequins Capri duel, BaRRA? Do you not think that information could have been better?
7:45?
Right. You couldn't have maybe hopped in and watched some VOD on stream to get your thoughts prepared?
Look, all I knew was Leviathan's dumpstered him, and it was in studio.
Well, it was 2-1. It couldn't have been a complete dumpster.
Well, I got my facts wrong then. Because I thought it was a 2-0.
Tune into the Backliners podcast where we get our facts wrong.
So, I had scrims, and then I had a date night with Destiny right after scrims.
Okay, what'd you guys do?
We hung out, which, no. You don't understand the You don't understand the real life nonsense that we've been going through lately.
Half a beat.
Lower me.
One half a beat pause. We hung out.
Tears coming out of both my eyes. Yeah, we hung out. We had a good time.
God, that is so funny, dude.
We caught up on My Hero. I watched all of My Hero.
Okay, great.
All of season 5 this weekend.
And
you know, we value the weekends now, where we don't want to do anything on the weekends.
Feels really nice to do that.
Yeah, because we were going like so fast for so long.
You're doing really great, BaRRA. Can I say that you're doing a great job? You're doing it. For sure. That's really good. The best part was the timing, bro. The half a beat pause, and then as trying to be normal as possible, we hung out. Oh my god. That is so funny. Now, if you were...
So what's the question of the week?
Right. The question of the week is what the hell happened in this Dragon's Leviathan set, but I don't think anyone's answering it.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened to this.
All right, well, let's look at some of the post-game stats and see what we can... Let's see what our discerning eyes can pull away here, okay? Leviathan's triple banned Mike, game 1, it looks like. It actually quad banned him because... wait. No, it wasn't quad.
Hindu had a good idea. Let's use the Reddit comments.
Use Reddit comments. Oh, that is a good idea. Okay, yep. I'm going to the Reddit.
That's an excellent idea, Hindu. Wait, we should do this. We should pick one set a week and read the Reddit comments. As long as it's never my set.
Oh, but what if it is your set?
Please.
But not the first one. We're going to say no to the first one. Okay, we're going to say no to the first one. And then we're going to do that. That's great. All right, here's the top comment. Jade Dragons. Hey, we just destroyed Ho Yi and made him look pretty bad. Let's pick him in game 3. Great drafting as always from them. Do you think they're horrible drafts, BaRRA? This is a really good episode to do this because we've already deteriorated entirely. BaRRA just... BaRRA just ate it, by the way. If there's ever an argument to tune in live, his face right there. I'm gonna need a clip of that. BaRRA just flying off screen. That was so funny.
There's no way an actual human types. Oh god.
Oh yeah. BaRRA, why are the Jade Dragons totally incompetent at drafting, you think?
Why? Why is it after one pick? Like, if a pick does bad in a game, the casual viewer base is just like, we can never pick that pick ever again.
Ever again.
Like we've had games where, like, Raijin has looked really bad in SPL, and we're still, like, everyone's... Continue, sorry. Continue.
Sure, yeah. I'm not going to read the responses to that.
Okay, good.
I don't really think I need to. Zap was one-shotting everyone that Uller game. So apparently Zap went off on an Uller game.
Oh, yeah.
That was.
Well, I mean, that's the
game 3.
Zooler.
That's the Zooler, as expected.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot that you can. Oh, he had 2 Uller games. He went 6-1-6 game 1, and 3-0-7 game 3. So maybe both.
Oh, so it looks like you have to pick Uller to win, actually.
Well, that is supported by the follow-up comment. I think Uller's the best god in the game right now. Stewart only failed to perform on it because he and his team are not good compared to the Dragons or Leviathans. Scorching hot take. Scorching hot.
Honestly, dude, I would love it if we just got random Redditors just do both teams picks and bans for scrims.
Oh, that would be big.
I feel like you would stream that and that would just be quality.
Yeah. That was good, it turns out. That was good. Leviathans just pogged off. Good effort from the Dragons, though. So they did give good effort, BaRRa.
Okay. Because I thought they got stomped. So as long as they gave effort.
Restrict Mace Tree, and that has -4 points currently.
People really didn't like that guy. It's an awful idea.
No, they didn't like that. Oh, this is good. Percy just clipped this. I'm going to do this and then make sure I mute it. Okay, yeah, I'm going to
restrict my Mace Tree.
Yeah. I was going to say something that would have been totally not where I should have gone with that. So instead, I'm not going to do it. This is an interesting Reddit comment.
Okay.
After years of fine print contracts and getting ripped off by big wireless providers, if we've learned anything, it's that there's always a catch. That's kind of weird. Let me read more of this. This is kind of weird. So when I first heard that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless service starting at $15 a month, I thought, what's the catch? Hold on, BaRRa, this Redditor, we might have a smart Redditor here.
He seems pretty smart.
But after speaking with them and using their service, it all made sense. There isn't one. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell wireless service online only. By cutting out retail stores, there's no crazy overhead costs, and they just get passed down to you in the form of mystery fees. Instead, Mint just passes on sweet savings direct to you. And then it says actually here, BaRRaCCuDDa and his girlfriend Destiny, who just hung out the other night, they switched to Mint Mobile.
I can't do this podcast anymore, man.
And they love it.
And they're struggling to stay in my chair. I can't look at you anymore. I'm just watching Smite on my other monitor right now.
Oh, man. Here's the deal, chat. And this smart Redditor is letting you know all this. For people looking for extra savings, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. All plans come with unlimited talk and text, plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all of your existing contacts. And if you're not 100% satisfied, Mint Mobile has you covered with their 7-day money-back guarantee. So, to get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/backliners. That's mintmobile.com/backliners. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/backliners. BaRRa, I think this was a good episode. We learned a lot.
Yeah. Kind of all over. Kind of all of our episodes where we have nothing to talk about just derail.
They always devolve. And here's the thing. If you're not liking the devolutions, if you will, you don't have to listen anymore if you don't want. It's not, because we're gonna keep doing it as far as I'm concerned.
It's all I can do at this point. It's just hang out and devolve.
and just devolve, and that's what the people want. BaRRa, it's time for our random question of the week.
Did you do that?
No, but here I go. Okay, I was gonna totally do something horrible, but I'm not gonna do that. I just came back from a weekend at the beach, and I want to hear some of your favorite beach activities besides hanging out. What do you like to do when you go to the beach?
I'm a sandcastle guy. I don't like water. Like open. What's it called? Like open water.
So if I were to theoretically like open a bottle of water and hold it open, you wouldn't like that, right? Because that's
Like,
open water. Am I right?
big bodies of water.
Do you have thalassophobia? Is that what it's called? The fear of deep like water?
No, I just don't like it. I don't have a fear of it. I just don't like it.
Okay.
It's not like I'm like afraid of it. Like definitely like a phobia afraid of it. I just don't like it.
So you're telling me, when was the last time you went to the ocean?
Like 3 or 4 years ago on vacation. We always go to Panama City.
Okay.
But I don't like going out into the ocean. I'd much rather be like in a river, or I like jet skiing, but I don't think I would like it if I went like way off of land, I guess. Or way you know what I'm saying.
Sure. But like, do you go in the ocean and like play in the waves? Where like close to shore?
Close to shore, yeah, but I don't go like farther than that.
Well, yeah, you're not going out past the reef like Moana. You know what I mean? Like you're staying close.
Yeah, I think. Oh, maybe. I think there was a time where I was a kid, and we were on a raft, and I think the raft like flipped over in the ocean, but my leg was like caught on the side thing, like where you have like ropes on the side. I think my leg was caught. Maybe that's where it's from.
Okay, I've got two really funny comments coming off this, and I can't decide which order to go in. Okay, first, I'm going with, you're literally copying the plot from Moana, which is very funny because I just made a Moana reference. So you literally copy the plot of Moana, which is horrifying. And then, number two, you've just made two deep mental connections with things you should talk to someone about. This podcast alone. This is 55 minutes on the dot. This is a therapy session. This is exactly what therapy is like.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Been a nice experience. Yeah. I don't know where I'm going with that sentence. By the way, my brain has. I think I have like lack of oxygen right now.
Should we always do our show on Mondays? Do you think this is the play? Do you think that this is just a Monday energy?
Maybe not, because I had scrims today, and scrims do a special something to the brain.
Right.
And it just kind of turns off all of the brain cells for some reason.
Well, nothing.
Like as the day goes on, you just get stupider and stupider.
Right.
But I think I played Smite straight for like 14 days. So that might also have something to do with it.
That could do it. Okay, so you like building sandcastles, you said.
Oh yeah, that's about it. I'm not really a beach guy. I like pools way more than beaches.
Beaches are the best, and I love them. I was literally sitting there thinking, I wonder if I would love it this much if I lived near one. If like I lived on a beach town.
Oh yeah.
But I think the novelty of it is important. But here's some of the I love body surfing on the waves, super fun. Boogie board is worse, but it's still fun. Just hanging out in the ocean, awesome. Reading on the beach, one of my favorite things on the entire world. Underneath an umbrella, nice and shaded, and so I'm not getting sunburnt because I stay getting sunburnt. Book in hand, reading. I'm reading Stormlight Archives book 4, which is my favorite book series. And playing beach games, we had a catch, I brought some baseball gloves and threw a baseball around. I love throwing a baseball around on the beach, or a frisbee, or a football. I love all that. I love the beach.
Just like throwing something.
Yeah. I love throwing stuff on the beach. Here's the other thing, BaRRa. I love throwing stuff, just like, I love playing catch in general. Like, my friends come over to our backyard. I'm like, yeah, let's let our dogs play outside. And also, like, maybe we throw a football around. And I just, like, want to.
I was going to ask if you were a dog.
In some ways. In some ways, I might be.
I love having
a catch.
I love playing catch.
I really do.
We've talked about this before. It sounds familiar.
It's fun because you just get to, like, you're talking, but you're not just like sitting there stationary. You're like being active at the same time.
I do agree. It is a lot of fun.
Come over and have a catch sometime, BaRRa.
Yeah. Wait, I thought there was something else I had to come over for. Didn't we talk about something recently? Oh, it was like a Halo LAN party.
Oh yeah, Halo LAN party. Yeah. When in December. All right, that's what we're doing too. We're having a catch and we're playing Halo whenever it comes out. That's
in the snow.
In the snow. That's. Is it gonna be snowing in December here? That'd be a.
Yeah. Where you live in Georgia?
Right. That doesn't happen here. All right. Thanks everyone for putting up with whatever this was. A podcast legally, I suppose.
Yeah.
Want to give you guys a reminder to help us out and to support the podcast. Best thing you can do is, number one, give us a rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you are. Also, going to support our sponsors. For this episode, it is IPVanish. So you go to ipvanish.com/back to get your 65% savings, or mintmobile.com/backliners. And that will give you $15 a month for your mobile plan, which is really dope. That'll do it for this week. We'll be back on Sunday next week, which should be good. And I'll actually get to watch some SPL, and maybe our brains won't be as fried, but don't count on it, because they will be.
Next week's a really big week for us. I think we play Leviathans and Kings.
I will check that. You do. You play the Bolts versus Kings on Friday, and then the Bolts versus Leviathans on Saturday.
Kind of a big weekend for us.
Big weekend.
Should be good. Yeah, should be fun.
Tune in next week as we break down BaRRa's big weekend, where maybe... Never mind.
Regardless of how they go, I will not read the Reddit threads.
Well, at least one of the Reddit threads.
Nope,
and only
I won't read it.
Okay, all right. No Reddit threads next week. Maybe I read them to you. Maybe I read it to you live on the podcast next week. That might be some content.
That would literally be painful.
It sure would be. All right, BaRRa, do the thing. Get us out of here.
Bye.
Clean.